It's about time we had an exercise to improve our embouchure strength and lock in our intonation. That's right, both of the above. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Brian from Airflow Music. Welcome back to another Exercise of the Week video. It was early in the Exercise of the Week series, back in episode 6 if I remember correctly, that I first introduced the Bendy scale fragments exercise. I'll link that video down below in case you haven't seen it. That exercise is a somewhat next level bending drill, because it involves bending a short series of adjacent notes, rather than just bending from or on a single note. In this video, we're going to level this up again. In common with every video in this series, today's exercise is available as a free downloadable PDF from the Airflow Music online store. You'll find the link in the description below. Right, let's get into it. This one is called Bendy Phrases number 1. Rather than a short scale fragment, we're now playing a slightly longer phrase, and we have some larger intervals than before. We're also going to do this one as an expanding series, so the higher keys are in slightly more challenging bending territory. As with the Bendy scale fragments, the basics here are that we play our phrase with regular fingering to get the pitches freshly in our ears, then repeat it at the same pitch but with the fingering for the key a half step higher. In essence, we're bending the entire phrase down to pitch. I really like to practice things like this for a couple of reasons. I find that note bending helps me lock into the easiest part of the slot of each note. I hesitate to call that the centre of the note necessarily, because I really feel like it's the top of the widest part of the pitch. However, to an extent that's arguing semantics. Whether you think of it as centering or playing up to the pitch, either way it's the path of least resistance. In many ways, playing bends is also a form of resistance training, deliberately making something more difficult to play so we can focus our airstream. Anyway, here's the first line of the exercise. You'll see that for this key, along with all the other keys on the PDF, I've marked the fingerings. I've done that in an effort to try and make this as clear as possible, because it can seem a little unusual at first. The phrase repeats. The first time we're going to play it with the regular fingering. Then we play it again, maintaining the same pitch but using the fingering for the key a half step higher. If note bending is something you haven't done too much of, then this may be a challenge at first. I have made a few other videos on the subject, including a few exercises of the week, which deal with some somewhat more conventional note bends. I suggest you take a look at those first before attempting this exercise. I'll link them below. Just remember that bending is really more of a tongue level and air movement than it is a lip thing. If necessary, when starting this exercise, you could always hold the first note of the repeat of the phrase with the fingering for the higher key and then bend it down to the correct pitch before continuing to play the rest of the phrase. That would go something like this. Overall, just go as slowly as you need to get to grips with playing longer phrases on note bends like this. I certainly have to when playing the higher keys. If you have any questions about this exercise, then please leave me a comment. Also, if you have any suggestions for a technique I can address in another exercise of the week, or you'd like to suggest any topic for me to make a video about, I'd love to hear from you. All the exercises in this series are available for free download. However, if you'd like to acknowledge the work that goes into making these videos, you also have the option to name your own price and contribute a few dollars. Alternatively, while you're over at airflowmusic.com downloading the exercise, please check out the books and other merchandise I have on offer. All sales directly support making these videos. That's about it for this one. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be back next Monday with another exercise of the week. I'll see you next time. Now, go practice.